Okay, this time our opponent chose to play first. We have an can we cannot keep. So yes, this is doable. This is more like it. We're on the draw, so this hand is okay. I mean, we absolutely need land before we can play anything in our hand, but um, we had a mulligan, so considering we had a mulligan, it's not a terrible 6 card hand. All right, well we got a good top deck too, so that's good. We can at least play 3 of the spells in our hand, so yes, we're in okay shape. Chapelgeist is a really good blocker against his Lantern Spirit too. The question is, what do I want to play first? I guess I don't know yet until I see how far his board is advanced. That's pretty good for him right there. He's going to be able to beat me pretty hard the following turn, unfortunately. So I kind of need an out against that now, and I'm not really seeing one at the moment, unfortunately. Um, he had a pretty aggressive start against us. He's bashing us for 4 on turn 2, which is pretty quick. Okay, I think the drop might actually be just the Civilized Scholar, which I'm going to be willing to flip by discarding the Ruinator and then blocking the Unholy Fiend next turn. So I'm going to do that. He's a human too, so he dodges the Bonds of Faith. Our opponent had a pretty sick turn progression. Pretty bomb turn progression. I almost need to like change my plans now. Yeah, I unfortunately I need to play the Chapel guys now so I can keep back his Lantern Spirit and the Selfless Cathar. So, yep, I think we're gonna have to be satisfied with that. Our opponent has 3 cards left in his hand. We pretty much just need to survive this onslaught and we'll be okay. Because at least this turn we can stop his Cathar and his Lantern Spirit. Next turn I'd really like to drop this Scholar, and then I have to wait another turn, but that turn at least I can successfully block that Unholy Fiend, who is not very nice to me right now. He's pretty aggressive. And I passed 3 of them, mind you. Yeah. Well, I didn't feel like my deck was a um, deck that wanted Unholy Fiend, but perhaps I was wrong. He had a pretty solid turn progression out there. Okay, land would have been pretty ideal right there, but we're just going to settle for the Civilized Scholar, who will next turn give us a blocker against the Unholy Fiend, at the very least. I suppose I could have dropped the... Actually, the Occultist might have been a better drop there, because then I could have double blocked the Unholy Fiend, but then again, then he would have killed the Chapel guys, so maybe that wasn't best, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I think the Occultist probably would have been the better drop there. I think I should have been willing to lose my Chapel guys. If he'd had any sort of trick, though, it would have been pretty devastating against us, I guess. So here we'll drop our... Okay, well, no land is not good. So, but we can't use the Civilized Scholar yet, so we'll drop our Occultist now. And we'll pass turn. We're at 9. Not good. Not good. But I will trade my Civilized Scholar for this Unholy Fiend coming up here shortly. I will. I'm willing to do that. Let's see if he realizes that, or if he's going to be using Silent Departure or something. Haven't seen a ton of removal from our opponent. Well, that's pretty good against us, so we'll see what his plan is now. Okay, let's see if he attacks in. Okay, he is. not bad for us. So here we're going to draw and discard that Scab Ruinator. Gonna block the Unholy Fiend. And double mill ourselves, hopefully get 2 more creatures in the graveyard. Not likely, but possible. Okay, land would be nice here. Yeah, we'll take that. Abbey Griffin seems like the most logical drop here. Gives us a blocker for that Lantern Spirit. Can't get in with the Occultist because then he can get in with the Selfless Cathar next turn. So still on the defensive, but we are close. We're so close to starting to maintain here. Just not quite yet. That's unfortunate for us. That's a pretty big deal. We might be losing this very shortly here. Mill ourselves. We'd really like to play at Scab Ruinator. It's not even going to be possible unless we get another island and 1 more creature in the graveyard. So we're in pretty bad shape right now. Actually, we're pretty close to just dying. Can't do anything about the Lantern Spirit. I'm still a mana too short to play the Gallows Warden. There's like a lot of things I want to do, but I can't. Just kind of unfortunate. Like a mana too short to do a lot of cool things. Murder of Crows. Oh, all these like bomb cards that we can't play are just making me really sad. They'd be like so good for us right now. Okay, so once again, just not getting the land. Land would have actually been perfect because then we could have done Stitcher's Apprentice plus Rebuke. Now we can only do Rebuke on the Geistcatcher's Rig, which sucks. We're gonna be at 3. I mean, at best we're gonna be at 3. So it's like things are looking kind of bleak. He just was fast enough to be a big threat. So we really need another creature in our graveyard, and we'll be sitting better. There we go. Okay, at least if we get a island now, we can at the very least play our Scab Ruinator, which would be really good for us right now. But as is, we're like gonna die imminently here. He can actually just kill us next turn if he sacks the Selfless Cathar. We don't want him to know that, but that it's absolutely true. Okay, Elite Inquisitor, not a huge deal. We've got the Sell-Off Occultist to block that. We certainly need to drop something on our turn. Ugh, look at that. That's so sad. 3/5 drops. Really, really unfortunate the way that we lost this game, honestly. Being off the double island, so it makes me regret the Mountain Splash now. And being able to cast Scab but not having the mana for it is like, that is really bad, really bad. We're gonna lose, so I'm just gonna play this so I can at least block 2 guys. Hopefully he doesn't sack the Selfless Cathar and he thinks I have like, I have no idea, a Geist Flame or something. I don't, and yeah, we're so close to dying. It's sad. I mean, we are actually dead this turn if he's ballsy enough to just sack the Selfless Cathar. He should be, but we'll see if he is. I mean, he would attack with the Inquisitor if he was just planning on sacking Selfless Cathar anyway. Yeah, so he's going to sack the Selfless Cathar and win the game, but... Oh, maybe not. No, he is. Okay. So, since we're dead anyway, why don't we just scout out his deck a little bit more? Thraben Sentry. Okay, well, we know more about your deck now, so that's good. Alright. Definitely pretty disappointing loss for us. actually a really disappointing loss for us. We had so much good action in our hand, so many things that would have brought that game right back, but couldn't hit our fifth land, unfortunately. He also had a really fast start against us. I still think the way that we're set up is really good. Even though this can kill his Lantern Spirit potentially, I don't think it's worth it, simply because most of the time he's just going to bounce it anyway, so it's a pretty worthless piece of removal. Possibly the Moment of Heroism, because he's so fast, in which case, what do I want to take out for that? He's more aggressive than we are, so maybe the Rally of the Peasants isn't looking as appealing. And if we're not doing the Rally of the Peasants, might as well bring in another island. So let's try it like this and see if it works better.